What's up, guys? It's Captain Stunkza here. I'm back with another replay review. This time it's Mr. Viva Leroy who's sent in a review, and he says on Reddit that he's been into Champ 1 before, but now he's in Diamond 1. So this is some Diamond 1 gameplay that we'll be seeing, but with that in mind that we've just had 2 season resets, so people are still struggling to get back up into their normal ranks. So let's see, really nice here with the take the shot off the kickoff. I really enjoy that. That makes everybody sure about what they're gonna do. So really nice little cheat here. I do this myself sometimes, just grabbing that little one boost pad here. That's a really nice way to go about it. I would not do it every single time, but you know, it's a nice controlled neutral way to go about it. And he gets a decent touch here. You never really know what's gonna happen right off of kickoff. This is just a quick reaction, trying to get the touch, making sure that he's not beat. Good little touch here. Little bit unfortunate here that with the double commit. It's always a tricky situation right off of kickoff because people aren't really settled. Imperfect Gamer has got 100 boost and he's completely ready to attack this ball. And Viva Leroy has, as we see here, he's got 52 boost. And he's already got the touch. He's lost control of the ball. So I would generally say you take one touch, and if it's not perfectly clear that you're still in control of the ball, then just let it go. You know, you've got a teammate in the corner. If you're at least paying attention, then you know that you've got a teammate in the corner who's just grabbed the full boost. And, you know, there's a chance that people are liquoring up. But in reality, if you're going to get a 50-50 here, if it's such a rushed challenge, then where's the ball going to go? It's going to land over in the wall, and then you're going to be charging this way, and somebody else is going to come this way. So then that means the ball is going to be charging that way out if you get a 50-50. So if it's a heavily contested ball, I would still say it's Perfect Gamer who's in a better position to get the 50-50. Because it's actually just going to be shooting right at your own net if there indeed is a guy coming. So just, you know, get the touch, rotate out, and go to back post, or, you know, find your spot as third man in the rotation. But let's see if it's yeah, okay, it was the double commit, as we know, and it didn't seem like that much of a rushed challenge from Orange, but oh well, things like these happen. It's always hard to know whether or not to go, but I would definitely say that this was Mr. Imperfect Gamer's ball to go for, just because he was in a much more favorable position. Really nice to see the rotating back post here. This might be some old Champ rotation tactics coming out. In a really good position to save this ball, even though it is blocked by someone else, but definitely where you want to be positioned, you know. Really fast rotation back to the back wall, not using a ton of boost, just nice speed around the pitch and in the right position for the potential shot. Yeah, decent enough touch here. Good follow up. It's a little bit of a rushed play, I would say. At least it seems that way, because you're not actually using your camera to see where your mates are. They're both rotating out, and you're just getting any kind of touch, but nobody is really challenging right away. So, you know, just make sure to not just rush every touch. Definitely something I want to be paying attention to for this this replay now. If you ever do take it slow and get your bearings a little bit more. Definitely a bit awkward here. All 3 players. Let's take it back a little bit more. See just exactly what happened. So yeah, it starts with the sort of rushed. I gotta just touch the ball because I think somebody's coming, and I can understand that, because if you don't know if somebody's coming, it's the right play. So it's hard to really coach about that because I don't know how aware you are of the things. But I would have taken my time on the wall there. But you know, it's understandable, and it's something, if you're not sure about what you're doing, then that's the right play. But it is very awkward as a result because you just pass it right to the opponents and they get a pretty good clear here. Your mate went in for the touch, even though it was a very difficult touch for him to make, and that's a very awkward touch from him. So you're last man back now, and okay, Imperfect Gamer is on his way back, but definitely a risky situation here, I would say. You don't actually have to charge this as hard, especially when you are the last man back. That's definitely a good time to sort of fake the challenge and be a little bit more passive or patient in defense and see, because what's he gonna do up in the corner? Like, that's not a scoring position or anything. He takes it up and he's got very limited options there. He can pass the ball, or he can maybe try and score some kind of crazy shot, but I wouldn't, that's not something that I would even be worried about in this situation. So instead of attacking right away, I would just go back post and see how the play develops, and then be ready for the clear. Because, if he passes it out, you'll be pretty much able to see where he's going to pass it, and you'll be able to get it probably faster than the attacker is. Because as a defensive player, you just have to get a touch on the ball basically, and the attacker has to get a shot on net, and that's by default, that's just so much more difficult. So you can be up faster than an attacker in this kind of situation if you hang back. That's definitely what I would do if I was playing carefully. This is a bit awkward from Mazeman. Seems like he gets the boost, but he should ultimately rotating all the way around to the back post down in the corner here. But as soon as he goes for that boost, he can steal it if he really needs it, also to make sure that nobody on the other team gets it. But then he needs to rotate the other way around. He can't just be, stealing the boost and then cutting his mate off and going up for some kind of defensive move. But it seems like that's what he actually does here. Maybe he knew that Imperfect Gamer wasn't ready. That's also a possibility. But this is definitely Imperfect Gamer's ball to be going for. So, but Mazeman gets a touch, makes it a bit awkward. Imperfect Gamer also shouldn't be rushing this, because a ball bouncing up and down right against the back wall, that's not a dangerous position. And so it ends up being all right because you're back in net, and none of the other team's guys were really able to do anything good. But definitely some I would say chaotic or maybe panicked gameplay right here. This is really good patience here, I would say. Yeah, definitely good patience. One exercise that I like to do when I'm doing rotation practice, or just getting better at rotations, is to keep saying what my name or what my number is in rotations. So as I'm going here, I would say I'm second, and I would probably I would be circling a bit, but I would be very ready for the offensive play. And as soon as this challenge here comes, because you can see what's about to happen, at least from what I'm reading with the cars, there's almost no way that Mazeman is going to be able to do anything productive in this way. So, and you have people over here, so you know that the ball is going to end up coming this way. So a quick rotation that way out and then take the ball, I would maybe do, but I don't disapprove that much of what you actually end up doing, which is rotating out completely and jumping, letting your Imperfect Gamer mate know that you're rotating out. That's definitely something that I love to see. That's something that I do myself a lot, making sure with the body language, with the flips, that he's not gonna be doubting whether or not you're rotating out. He sees that you're fully committed into rotating out, so now he can come up. Okay, I guess I'll elaborate a little bit on that, because what I really like about the flip is that you make it obvious for him that you're rotating out. What makes it bad then is that you take a turn towards the ball. That's gonna confuse any guy who's third. He's gonna be very much aware of what you're doing and whether or not you're gonna commit from the side, which you definitely shouldn't be doing. So 100% correct in the flip, but then you need to be turning away from the play and allowing Imperfect Gamer to rotate in. Instead, this little turn here is gonna be very confusing, because he's going that way, and the ball is coming here. So who's going for the ball here exactly? It definitely shouldn't be you. So that kind of turn is a little bit awkward for your mate. Decent challenge here again. I think I guess it was pretty far up into champ that I realized personally that balls in the corner or against the back wall, they're not dangerous. They're nothing to worry about. So this is a little bit of a double commit here from YouTube, which is definitely dangerous, because a well-positioned orange guy in the midfield is going to aerial for that and score it right on that. So that's what I would kind of be expecting from that play after you get the 50-50 and it goes up, because Maceman didn't look that well positioned either on the back post. So if anyone on orange team would have been better positioned, that would have been a goal, I think. That was a decent attempt here from what's his name, Fawn? Yeah. Good patience here. Definitely, I do like your backboard defensive posturing. You're in a good position here to save this ball. Slightly awkward attempt. I think a double jump aerial here is actually going to clear the ball off the back wall. This looks like a single jump aerial. Maybe you tap like immediately, which is not the way to do. You want to be kind of holding jump and then tapping again to jump, or clicking in case you're on keyboard. Because this is definitely an aerial that you could have reached the ball with, jumping a little bit sooner maybe and doing the double jump aerial, angling your car up and boosting just the last centimeter of the way. But fortunately it doesn't go in, and we have Imperfect Gamer with a huge clear and a follow-up. So not sure what he's doing here. Maybe he wants to cut this way for the boost. But you see Maceman with the ball. He might be centering it here, and you should be assuming that Imperfect Gamer is now going back. So this is a moment where you go from being third in position to being second, and you kind of have to realize that right away. You see Imperfect Gamer moving out, so you need to be quite speedy in your approach here. So let's see what happens. Yeah, pretty good. I guess Maceman didn't get the touch that I was thinking he was gonna get. Maybe it's a little bit yeah, he shoots it into the ground, I guess. It's yeah, so he's jumping a bit early and he gets a weird pinch shot into the ground, but it doesn't really go anywhere. So, but you were pretty speedy up in your approach there, which I like to see. This is a bit awkward though. Let's see. Let's see here. This is always a problem whenever I do a replay review, because in my head I'm like, I would definitely be tapping rearview mirror here, because I'm not sure what exactly Imperfect Gamer is doing. Like, is he right behind you? Is he driving all the way over here? Or is he, he could be anywhere behind you and you have no idea right now. So right here, you know where the ball is. You kind of know what you're gonna do with it at this point. You're boosting right at it. So before you have to do the touch, I would definitely tap rearview mirror, and then you know exactly where you have to put the ball or what you should be doing. Because this is just going quickly at the ball and then, guessing, I guess, or maybe trying for some kind of fancy aerial play or whatever. But, if you give yourself the information, then you know what to do about the ball. So he could easily have been right behind you and shooting up for an aerial here and trying to shoot that on net, in which case you don't want to be going for the ball. Or he could be, well, I guess now we see that he's not over in the far side, and we see the Mace Man is down there, but we still don't have and Mace Man shouldn't really be the one who's attacking the ball right now. He should be third man now in position. So you should be aiming for Imperfect Man or Imperfect Gamer, because he's now second man in position. We see Imperfect Gamer flips out, gets the boost most likely, and Mace Man is doing his thing on the ball. So that means you're first man in position now, and Imperfect Gamer is second man in position, and Mace Man is third man in position now. So Mace Man needs to be rotating way out, and Imperfect Gamer needs to be ready for what kind of play that you're going to be doing now. So he's the guy we want to be aiming for. But Mace Man is playing it really aggressively here. Basically, we hope that Imperfect Gamer is aware that Mace Man is doing that, because otherwise there's just nobody left behind right now. So it seems like Imperfect Gamer was aware, but now he's being cut off a second time, which is a little bit awkward. So yeah, this is hard to say anything about, because we don't know, or at least I don't know, what you actually should be doing with this ball. We know that Mace Man is making it really difficult for Imperfect Gamer to get the next touch, because he's hanging around upfield, which is really an aggressive way to play a 0-0 situation. But I mean, this is a decent enough attempt. It's kind of awkward. It would be nice if you get the pass out to Mace Man, even though that's not the guy you should be passing for, because I don't know why he's up there. But yeah, really difficult situation mechanically to do much about. Maybe you're hoping for some kind of touch. Get a little 50-50. This is definitely where I would expect Imperfect Gamer to be, just speeding up ahead and getting the touch. So I like that you use your camera to actually see where he is, but I think this whole situation is a little bit of a miss, just because nobody's actually rotating out, and then that means Imperfect Gamer has to sort of stay back even more. He gets the whiff. It becomes a 50-50. Yeah, I think Mace Man made that whole sequence very confusing. So up until that, it's pretty. So it's Imperfect Gamer gets a pretty good drive up. He gets the big clear and he follows it up, and he leaves the ball for Mace Man, who gets a very weird sort of pass attempt, I guess, maybe a shot attempt, and a clear to the side, and that's when you would expect Mace Man to be going all the way back, and for Imperfect Gamer to be moving into position around midfield, maybe. And you're definitely supposed to be charging this ball, which you are doing. Really hard into the backboard, or to the what would you call it? The curved corner here, and then a second touch, which is not a bad play in and of itself, but it's definitely weird because you don't know what you're supposed to do, as we went over. And here I would expect Imperfect Gamer to be charging. I think you might be making it a little bit confusing for Imperfect Gamer by taking that extra turn here, because yeah, he's gonna be attacking the ball way faster than you, and then he does the whip. Yeah, I don't know. This is a little bit of a mess, but I guess that's fine. Good choice here to leave the ball to Imperfect Gamer. That's really nice to see. Again, using the flip to let him know that I'm not going for this ball, because he could definitely be wondering. That's something you see a lot, especially in lower ranks. Like, the ball is coming back here. It's a huge clear. You could easily be choosing to jump up for that, and then that's a clear-cut double commit. So by flipping, you actually signal to your third guy here, this isn't my ball, this is your ball. So really, really good job there. Also, just a good decision not to actually jump for the ball, but you know, that's that's pretty fundamental at this point, I would say. But yeah, let's see. So Imperfect Gamer gets the ball. He's got a lot of space here. Puts it off the side while making it a little bit awkward for himself and for the team. Like, this is definitely... There's quite a bit of space here. But I guess... And he's not boosting or anything, Sexlexic. So, a little bit of an unfortunate touch here, I'd say. Putting it off the side wall like that. But could be a good idea if he's, you know, mechanically really gifted and actually able to go up for that himself. But it seems like it becomes a little bit awkward. Really good pass off the backboard here. And Maze Man. And so this is a very difficult ball to go for in any case. But you're positioned in net and Maze Man should be off to the side. Maybe doing some backboard defense. We don't really know what he's doing in this situation. But we also can't see anything because of the boost. So I can definitely understand why you would go for this at this point, because I would also think that Maze Man would have already been up there if he was going to clear this. But instead it becomes a double commit and Maze Man just completely whiffs the ball. So that's a bit awkward. How long has this been here? But yeah, let's I don't think that's your fault. I think that's just a weird defensive choice from Maze Man, thinking he has to do something about it. Really good clear here. Really good 50-50 for your team. This is definitely your ball again. We don't know how close the other team is, but yeah, I would take this off up the wall, I think, in this situation. Really nice dribble here. Oh, unfortunate, no boost left. That was a really good drive though. So, really good touch here. Just missing the big boost. That would have been a really nice goal here. I'm a little bit worried when I see this because I'm thinking, why aren't you taking ball cam off? It looks like it becomes a weird dribble, but if that's how you dribble, then that's totally fine. But I would definitely prefer to not have my camera be moving all around in this situation. Oh, oops. Because when you're in sorry about that. When you're in ball cam, the camera is gonna be moving all around here, and you're not really sure where the ball is compared to that. So this touch gets a little bit awkward, and it comes out of control for you, I think. Where being in ball cam, your camera wouldn't move around all that much, and you would be more in control of the ball. At least that's how I tend to play my dribbles. And you know, it's you really want to see a goal here, but it is very difficult mechanically to make it, you know, appear or anything. I think I would have done, and most, you know, I guess Grand Champ level players would do the little jump and then the wave dash, just because that's a good way to generate speed. But most likely this wouldn't have been a goal, even with that. So super close, super unfortunate. That's just sometimes the way it is. Really good challenge though, and a good drive up the field. So this is quite a decent aerial. I would be, at this point, I would be very worried if I was in your shoes, because I've been noticing Maze Man kind of not rotating out, and I would be very happy to see if it was Imperfect Gamer who was up here, I would know that he's gonna rotate back. But with Maze Man, I'm not so sure. So I could definitely see him going for this ball too. But yeah, we see if we if we just pay a little bit more attention here. Imperfect Gamer bringing the ball up. He's rotating out. Good 50-50 here from Maze Man, all things considered. He is. The thing is, if someone's not that good rotationally or awareness-wise, then they're probably good mechanically. So I'm guessing Maze Man is pretty decent mechanically. So really good 50-50 here. Pops the ball up. This is definitely something that you want to go for. And pass it off to the side. Oh, I don't know why Imperfect Gamer is rotating all the way back, though. That's a really big rotation from Imperfect. Maybe he's thinking Maze Man isn't gonna go back. I better be all the way back for this. But that's definitely. I think you're doing exactly the right thing. I mean, you can put it on net if you can, but the backboard pass is just as good because we see that Imperfect Gamer he's rotating out. He's gonna be able to grab this boost if I'm not mistaken. Let's go back. Yeah, the boost is here. It's ready for him, and he's gonna be driving over. He's taking that boost. Why is he going all the way back after that? Like, this is Imperfect Gamer. He's going over here. He's taking that big boost, and then he's going all the way back to his own net while you're on offense. He should be taking this boost, and then maximally he would be going for, you know, the halfway line. I think you don't need to be moving further back there than that. You know, and even if this boost isn't here, he can go and maybe, you know, grab the mid boost and then come back. That's also fine, but going all the way back, that just seems like such a shame in this situation. You have so much pressure. You have both boosts. Mazeman just took the other boost as well, and you're on the ball, getting the touch. This is definitely a high pressure situation for you guys. But Imperfect, I guess he misses that boost, but I doubt that he spent 100 boost going from the big boost to the mid boost and then missed it. So yeah, he should have gone over here and then come around and be ready for this, and then he gets that touch, and then Mazeman gets the next touch and scores. That's how this should have all happened. Instead, now there's just, you know, the German highway, all the way, just empty space and all the boost you'd want for Orange team. So that's a very awkward play from Imperfect. Maybe he's lagging. That's like, who knows? It definitely seems like he's very patient and defensively minded in that situation. Maybe if you're up by 1 goal and he, you know, some of you communicated that you're lagging, I could understand. But yeah, this is perplexing. Vaughn misses the ball, which is fortunate for you guys. Also might be fortunate for his team, because he doesn't really need to be trying to 1v2 you guys in this situation. Now you've relieved all the pressure. There's nobody really challenging here, and they can sort of they might still be low on boost, but they can grab all the little pads and so. But yeah, Vaughn making a little bit awkward, kind of tricking Fuzzy here and taking it across the field. I don't mind the challenge here because everybody's way back for some reason. Although Mazeman is probably charging this, so you could continue your, you know, rotation out, just because Mazeman is probably going to be attacking this. It's hard to see on this, but yeah, I would expect him to be charging up, but you know, it doesn't seem like he actually is from your point of view, so I can respect this choice. Yeah, it seems like they're just kind of goofing around in the back of their own net. So decent challenge here. I don't think I would, you know, I would have probably done the same. It's a really good flick. He lands and he gets a really good flick. So, and you still almost get the touch on the ball, but you should just be challenging and trying to hit the ball here. So there's nothing going wrong here. This is a very aggressive rotation, I would say, because Mazeman is first man on in rotation, and Imperfect Gamer is second man in position. So you're standing over here close to the corner boost as third man in position. If we were following any kind of rotational system for this game, but I guess Imperfect Gamer kind of just showed that he's just going to stay back. So in that case, it kind of makes sense. But I would still be expecting Imperfect Gamer is boosting for this, and you're boosting for this. So this might be either the moment where you score, almost, or the moment where you get scored on. But yeah, if you do the challenge, which is fine. But then you need to be, you know, rotating back, because, well, you already kind of cut off Maze Man before, but he wasn't going for it, so it wasn't really cutting off. But now you should definitely be focusing on re-establishing the good, wholesome rotational system that all Rocket League games kind of try to make happen. So you rotate back, you're facing the right position, and then Imperfect Gamer goes up in second position, you're in third, and Maze Man is in first position, rotation-wise. But instead, you kind of cut off, and you know, depending on what kind of videos you're watching, this is rotations, because you're going into open space, but you're all going into open space, and it leaves a big gap right down the middle of the field, where the other team, if they get a pinch or something, that's just going straight in, because he's not going to be saving anything, and I don't think you're going to be saving anything from this position. If they do get some sort of really lucky clear. So, good job by Imperfect to stop boosting at this ball, and not so good a job of you for cutting him off, but a really good attempt at actually scoring. So, and Maze Man is actually just chasing, but he sees Imperfect coming, so he lets Imperfect finally get a touch on the ball. Decent 50-50 here, it goes right up. This is, again, this should be you rotating out and Maze Man going for this. Instead, you're both now facing the ball, which makes it a very difficult or a very dangerous situation. Also a very difficult situation, because if Vaughn is getting to this ball first and he gets a shot on net, nobody's covering net. So good job turning around here, and also very fortunate that he just jumps and barely misses. But you see he's trying to score the way that I just talked about, because in this situation you guys are not covering net in that sense, so he's trying to get the ball to go that way up. It's hard to yeah, he's trying to get the perfect touch to send it right into the net, but unfortunately he just misses. Really good job getting the 50-50. This is again a situation where I would hope that you would be using rearview mirror, because you have a lot of time to actually, it's not a mechanically challenging situation to drive up the wall and get ready to do something with the ball. So whenever you have space like that and time to do something, and you're kind of just driving, you know, that's the time that you have to, you know, orient yourself or get aware of where your teammates are. Because we don't know if Imperfect Gamer is in the middle of the field, or if he's right behind you, or if he's even just traveling up the wall beside you, or if he's coming off the ceiling, you know, maybe he's decided he's squishy and you want to hit him. But this, you're kind of going in blind. So, and I don't think that you are at a level where you're struggling to hit the ball. So the question becomes, where should I hit the ball? And the answer is, I have no idea, because I don't really know where my teammates are. So, you know, you can do the standard thing and go for net or go for the backboard pass, but you don't know exactly where you're supposed to aim, so you're not going to be able to hit the target if you don't know where the target is, if that makes sense. So definitely rearview mirror, use it. It becomes a, you know, you get the touch and it's going to go in if nobody's defending it, but yeah, again, second time you come from the wall and you put it straight towards the net, but they're already covering net. So that's not what you would have wanted to do. And with perfect information about where your teammates are, I don't think that's what you would have tried to do either. Although I could be wrong, and it's difficult to tell. You seem to have really good mechanics, so I don't think that it would be such a huge problem for you to get a more precise hit on the backboard, you know, trying to angle a good pass if you knew where they were. So it's all about setting yourself up for success in that situation. Nice little bump here. You should be rotating all the way back. You are. Backboard defense, really good. A little bit aggressively positioned here, but that's okay. He could get a really quick flick here, and you would have wanted to be a little bit further back. But it works out. It's a good challenge. You can fall. You don't have boost, so you can't follow it. This might be... That's a really good touch. That's a mechanically really good touch. No boost. You still get the booming clear. I'm just wondering if you should be going back down. You know, you're in this weird position with 0 boost and going up the back wall. You can cover sort of the back wall like you do, but if he doesn't decide to just bang it off the back wall, if he actually takes the time that he has here, that's maybe not the best play for you. Again, this is a situation where the rotations aren't completely clear. Mazeman is going for it, but you're also going for it, and I would also expect Imperfect Gamer to actually be going for this, because and nobody's communicating it, so it's not clear who's actually going and who's supposed to be going, so a little bit awkward here. Thankfully Mazeman gets a good touch, and the dunk as well. Gets the demo, and that could have been a good pass, but I don't think it was an intentional pass. Just unfortunate that you get that it's such good pressure from Sexlexic here. But yeah, it's a little bit. It's better in this situation. I would try to say either defending or something like that, or at least just look over and see what he's doing, because you really want to be sure that you're not about to just double commit. If Mazeman doesn't get a good touch here and the ball comes up to here, are you gonna go for that, or is Imperfect Gamer going to go for that? And if the answer is none of you, then that's bad, and if the answer is both of you, then that's really bad. And in this situation right now, I'm not getting the information that lets me know which one of you is supposed to go for it. So that's my problem with this situation here. Rear view mirror or using the camera is definitely something that you want to be doing a lot more if you want to be aware of where your mates are. It looks like Imperfect Gamer was like right behind you for some reason, which is useful to know if you know when you're trying to think about what am I supposed to do. I should definitely be knowing about it if my teammate is right behind me. He's not gonna hit that, and that's really awkward. I don't know what Mazeman is doing. He's just been demoed, and he spawns over here, so he has time to grab the boost and get the touch here. Imperfect Gamer is doing an okay job forcing the big touch. Mazeman is going very aggressively at the ball, and he's gonna whiff. Yeah, Mazeman should have been just, you know, spawn, get the boost, and then after you're demoed, you should pretty much just assume that you're on net and that your other teammates aren't ready to save whatever. So I don't know why he's going quickly that way to, you know, and then go back. So this is definitely, this is not a goal that should be happening, but I don't think that our guy Viva Leroy has anything, does anything wrong here when it comes to the goal. I mean, he's doing just about what he should be doing. And that's just, he's just supposed to try to get a touch there. Of course, if he had perfect knowledge, and you know, we see this afterwards that right behind him he's got Imperfect Gamer, you can leave this ball. That's a 200 IQ play, but you know, if you actually check your rear view camera and you see that he's right behind you, leave the ball. Then it comes right for him, and then it's a goal for you guys. Because Sexlexic is going for the block. He's not going to hit the ball if you don't touch the ball. It doesn't look like, at least. Maybe. I think he is definitely just trying to block whatever you're doing and or kind of ram you, but we see that Imperfect Gamer was right behind you, so you know, if you had all the information, that would have been a much easier ball to deal with, and that's a common theme throughout all of this. You can bank on you can try to do a risk analysis here and say, okay, I'm gonna do the double commit save because there's a chance that my mate is not gonna save it. But I think you're doing the right thing in leaving this for the guy who just, you know, spawned and has full boost. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out. This is the kind of thing that's the right play at, you know, slightly higher rank. But unfortunately, it results in a goal because it's Diamond 1. So, good challenge here. Good effort. There's no communication on the kickoff, so I would expect Imperfect Gamer to go for this, just because that's kind of an unspoken rule that left goes. I like the cheat, the soft cheat in this situation after there is no communication. Also in general, I heard Johnny Boy talk about that this is actually the way to go for kickoffs, and it makes a lot of sense. Oftentimes, you would see in this situation that one guy half flips and gets the boost, and the other guy goes for the ball, and then the center guy goes for the cheat. But if one of you goes for the ball and the other guy cheats, that's actually leaving more boost pads for your team in case something, you know, goes wrong. So it is the right play, even though it's not really the meta right now. I still like this play a lot. Here, rearview mirror, of course, you need to know what Mazeman is doing. There's a good chance Mazeman is coming up right behind you and slamming his brakes or trying to jump over you right now. We don't know, so rearview mirror cam here also lets you know what kind of touch you should be going for. Instead of just, I'm gonna try to hit the ball softly in front of the net. Just, you know, if someone's, you know, right behind you full boosting, then that's a way to score the goal. But in this situation, it's impossible to know what to do because you didn't check. So that's a super unfortunate 50-50 dunk. Let's just see. So the ball comes across. One of your teammates should be getting a touch here. He tries to get the pass out to Mazeman. Imperfect Gamer here, but really hard to know who's going to be next on this ball after the touch. So I would hang around here just to see what happens. And it seems like Mazeman forfeited the challenge, or did a fake challenge, and then he got. So he faked the challenge, and then he went back, but then he kind of cut you off because you weren't coming. So that's a really risky play. I can appreciate a good fake challenge, but in this situation where you see that you're moving up, going this way, and he's going this way, it can never be the right play to try and do a handbrake turn and expect that you're faster than the guy who's already going in the right direction. So if Maveman would have done, as you've done a couple of times, and flipped and, you know, signaled with his body that, okay, this is not my ball, I'm getting the heck out of this play, I'm covering net, then you could have boosted for this and it would have been such a much better play. But instead he turns around and it becomes a dunk on himself, which is just the worst case scenario, but at least it doesn't go in, and, you know, you take control. This, I'm not a big fan of this, because you know that you have the time and the space here to do pretty much whatever you want. It is a little bit of a tricky jumping into the corner, but if we notice, you have a quarter of the field, and, you know, the guy who's going to be challenging, if the nearest guy is going to be challenging, he should be coming from way over here. There is a guy challenging or going at you down here, but I don't think he's going in for any kind of challenge, because that's just going to send the ball straight down to his own field. So you have all this space, and you can slow it down. You get the boost, and then it becomes kind of an awkward touch. But yeah, it seems a little bit panic from my taste. Again, with the ball cam and softly lobbing it out, it kind of becomes a pass to the other team. So generally what I would do here is to take it up the side wall, and then, you know, if I'm not, your team has just been under pressure, so I would just be taking my time with the ball and then getting a big clear, trying to outplay whoever is approaching here. But this is definitely an awkward. It's better that you not touch the ball here the second time, and then, you know, you can turn around and try and go in for a better touch, because you're still gonna be faster than this guy. He's nowhere near you in this situation. So I guess it's a little bit of a panicked situation. And you know, sometimes these things happen. Maybe it was a brain part, I don't know, but definitely from a decision making perspective, which is basically what I offer, it's not a very good decision. It's you don't even, yeah. Maybe it's the boost grab that makes it awkward, I don't know, but definitely try to take your time on these. Really good clear here though, really good clear here. Super banger. Kind of awkward because in this situation you're actually well, I guess Maceman is going back and then he turns around again, which is I would have just written off Maceman and considered him a, you know, ball chaser if I was playing with him, and then just go super defensive. I think maybe that's what Imperfect Gamer has been doing. But yeah, you're both kind of moving towards the ball, and you technically came from behind, and Maceman turned around. So I would be letting Maceman go for this, because I think that he probably would want to go for this. But it comes to you. You're closer to it. It's moving. It goes all the way across the net. Decent touch here again. I would have liked to see a little bit more intentionality with that hit, because you know Maceman is, you know, in this situation you know where Maceman is. So it is a difficult aerial to read. You read it quite quickly. But yeah, I would have boosted all the way through to that, because you want to get a pass out. You know, you want to hit the backboard and then get the ball out to Maceman, who's all the way down here. You don't want to be trying to take, like, you can try and take a shot, but that makes it really awkward, because that's a super difficult touch. But it could have just as easily been a really hard pass back, and then Maceman is going to get a really good shot. Instead, it kind of becomes, maybe you are trying to get the shot, but that's definitely a very difficult shot to make. Or maybe it's one of those, am I taking a shot, am I passing, I don't know. So it's just kind of a half thing, but, you know, intentional passing is definitely where you want to be moving towards. You know, the other times I've been able to say you didn't use your rear view camera, so you didn't know where they were, but this time you knew where he was, and you knew you had to get a pretty powerful touch off the backboard to get the ball out to him, and you still didn't do that. So I would definitely have enjoyed to see or have liked to see a really hard pass there. Is this just gonna go straight in? It is. What a 50! That's one for the history books right there. Good job from Imperfect Gamer here. They just get the clear here, right? Very awkward clear, double commit clear. Imperfect Gamer is rotating out. He gets the ball. Good touch here, good second touch. And this guy cuts off this guy and takes it up the corner and gets thoroughly dunked on. So it's not even a 50-50, it's kind of just a dunk. Really good job here, you know, you're staying low, you're doing exactly what you should be doing in this situation. Just a good read, just a good job right there. This is just your 50-50 kickoff, really good. Small pads, yeah, good job. Another good job, yeah, that's really good. Good patience here. Let your teammates rotate out. Take the shot, yeah, that's the right choice here. Just, unfortunately, not quite the accuracy. Really good sequence of play here. I guess that's a big confidence booster after after getting the goal. So good job getting the small patch here. Kind of staying relevant in the play in case anything happens. A lot of players would maybe go for the big boost in the other corner or something. That takes you way out of the play. This way you're still staying relevant. You could have kind of been aggressive here and gone for the aerial in the first place, but I guess Fuzzy Squid is doing. I'm picturing the calculations Zach Galifianakis gif, and he's just doing the math in his head. How am I going to hit this bouncing ball? Okay, I've got it. He's still not going. I don't know what he's doing here, but it's. I guess, you know. Yeah, that's a good job of you realizing that he's uncomfortable in this situation for whatever reason, and still going. He's spending a lot of time just kind of calculating this situation. Super awkward, but good read by you, and also a pretty decent shot attempt. So. Yeah, I don't have much to say with that. That's just practice, aerial practice and accuracy practice. An aerial shot would have probably been the way to go to get the actual angle. It seems, yeah, an aerial shot, but angling the other way to actually get the right angle. But yeah, that's something that you learn playing more and more. Very close to actually getting the angle, I would say. Is that Maceman all the way back? Yeah, Maceman is all the way back here, which is good to see. But you know, Imperfect Gamer has already gotten the challenge, so there's not a lot of trust, I guess, because this looks like it's gonna be a 50-50 at worst, right, for Imperfect Gamer. But Maceman is still continuing down into the net. Here I would probably be cautious because it's 30 seconds left, and Maceman is in the net. He's going to be speeding up the field right now, and you should be rotating behind him. So this might be a risky. Yeah, okay. So thankfully, it was a pretty hard touch here from that guy, so you know to not go for the big boost and instead go back. So, and Maceman is ready for this. Really good, the hard touch from him there. And Imperfect Gamer is rotating behind. He's kind of a trustworthy teammate. We know what he's about, so you can move up safely, and you should probably be moving up quicker than you are, all things considered. Maceman got a really good touch. He's going to be getting the second touch and passing it center. So, yeah, in this situation, this is where one of those situations where when I'm doing my rotational awareness things where I keep saying out loud what number in rotation I am, this is exactly the kind of moment that would allow me to realize quite speedily which number I am. Because, okay, so if we take it back a little bit more. Oh, sorry about that. So Imperfect Gamer, first man in position here, has just had the ball, so now he's going from first man in position to third man in position, and Maceman is first and you're second. So already here the switch has already happened, but I would be a little bit worried because you are so far back and Imperfect Gamer is all the way up there. But as soon as you see him cut across and not turned around, that's where you are 100% sure that, okay, this is me being second man in position. I need to actually just be up the field as fast as I possibly can. I would be saying third man in position, third man in position, third man in position. Let's see here. Third man in position, third man in position, third man in position, third man in position, second 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 man in position. So as soon as I say second man position there, that's when I would actually be moving quite rapidly up the field. So third man, third man, third man, third man, second man in position, second man in position, second man in position, second man in position, second in, and a little bit awkward. So if he hadn't gotten the clear there, that could have actually been a goal for you. So that's just, that's what I would, when people talk about tightening up rotations, that's what I would be referring to, because as soon as you know that you're second man in position, your role in as a second man position is to score the goal off the pass. So, and you're not in a position to do that from where you were. So, definitely something to tighten up there. But let's see what happens after. Pretty good touch here. Bamboozles the first. I can see why you would jump for that, because it looks like the first guy is faking out the second guy on the orange team. This is a little awkward. Imperfect Gamer should not really be jumping for that. I'm not sure what he's hoping to achieve, because you see one guy going up, he's very close, and Imperfect Gamer has already jumped like from way downfield, hoping to get a touch, but you two, Mazeman is right beside you right now. And you've both just been on the offense, so he should be assuming that you don't have a lot of boost left, and he should be assuming that he needs to be buying as much time as possible. Instead, he's just absolutely launching himself. So it'll be interesting to see how this develops. He's not gonna get that touch. Now it's a race between, I guess it's your turn to be going to the ball, because Mazeman is next to you and probably going for mid boost. So it's you versus Vaughn in this situation. Definitely the right call to just go for the ball as fast as possible. Really good touch over him there. And Imperfect Gamer with the demo, that completely opens up the game. A little bit of a shame that you don't realize that earlier. I didn't either. So, but yeah, it's way open now. You see, you have all this space. Someone is gonna be respawning here, but they're not gonna be in a position. So you actually need to slow this down and go for a bounce dribble or something, because all you have to worry about is outplaying this guy and scoring. Going right for the shot it almost worked. So that's something. But I would have definitely taken my time here and go for some kind of dribble outplay shot. But yeah, in a situation like this, one guy just gets demoed and the other guy is off to the side. I can understand taking the shot. It's a pretty good shot. It's going right for net, so all things considered, that's pretty good. I really love these early flips that you're doing, because you let your teammates know this flip right here. You let everybody know, I'm not going for this ball. I'm rotating back. So definitely keep doing that. That's a really good way of letting your teammates know what you're doing. You should just be rotating back here, letting yeah. Phew, overtime. Let's see. Let's get it, boys. Not a huge fan of this. When you're behind, when you're third man in the kickoff position, you kind of just need, somebody already said take the shot, so you know that Mazeman is, or he just said it, but you know that he's going for the ball. Now you need to be paying attention. Okay, is this guy cheating or is he going for boost? And then you do whatever he doesn't do. So if he's going for boost, you follow up and cheat, and if he's going for the cheat, then you go get boost. It's very awkward that you both go for boost, because in the event that this kickoff doesn't go right for Mazeman, and he, let's say he dodges this way and lands on over this side of the pitch, and someone else takes this boost from him, this boost is gone as well. And the same for the other side. If he dodges that way and lands over here and somebody else takes this boost is also gone. So then he's, stuck with nowhere to go basically for a big boost. And that's not a situation you want to leave your Diamond 1 mate in. Oh, this is really powerful kickoff. I'm surprised that would bounce so violently up. But yeah, I can definitely approve of going for this aerial. Again, it looks like you don't double jump. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I can't actually hear if you're... Let me just turn this up a little bit. Sorry if this is making it too loud. Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're doing a double jump. So that's definitely something I would be expecting from a Champ 1. Or, you know, even, I would say, yeah, Diamond players would typically double jump aerial and do a fast aerial. So that's definitely a mechanic that you want to put under your belt. Because this is 100% reachable, judging by the beginning of this play. Yeah, you jump a little bit late, and then it seems like you don't do your second jump, which would have given you the height to at least, you know, graze the ball up here, which would send it into the ceiling and be a very difficult ball for Vaughn to deal with. So definitely double jump aerials, fast aerials on YouTube. There are a lot of tutorials for that, and that's definitely something you want to be doing. This was an amazing read though. Really aggressive, but definitely a really good read. So in the situation, you're third man here because you've just been up and turned around. This guy's first. Oh, that's this. This guy's first, this guy's second, and you're third. So you should be going back, which you are. And Mazeman becomes first. He doesn't get the best of touches here. And Imperfect Gamer decides to shoot it into the wall, which I don't really agree with. That's a very dangerous thing to do. But speaking of danger, Mr. Danger Man himself here definitely resolutely decided to go for this. That's definitely a really interesting aggressive read, because Mazeman is out of sight, and Imperfect Gamer, he's not in a position to save whatever direct shot comes in here. So definitely a good job here, just getting as close to the ball, covering as much of the net as possible. As you're, you know, when you've got a net to defend, if you're in net as a little box, there's a lot of places for the ball to go. But as soon as you're moving out of net, you become bigger and bigger if you're right in front of the ball. So you're making the goal small, in a sense, and just getting that huge dunk. And is this what leads to your winning goal, maybe? No? That's a shame. I don't actually know what the game ends, but that was such a huge dunk. I would just assume that leads to a winning goal. Better rotations here from the whole team. There, I say that. And then Mazeman does one of his patented, oh, I'm going back and my teammate is going up, but I'm gonna do a quick U-turn because I am the fastest man in the West. Oh, he didn't even do a U-turn, he just backflipped. So, definitely not his play to be making. You know, they just basically passed the ball to Imperfect Gamer. They're double committing here, and they get a really awkward pass, and look where that is going to go. Everybody's kind of out of the play here. But so Mazeman's one task in life is to get the heck out of the way so that your team can win. But he sees the ball, he goes for the ball, and yeah, that's a GG. That's a big GG. I don't know if... Yeah, maybe you're kind of taking your time going back. There's no boost. But that... and they want to save you as well. That's some savagery right there. Yeah, it's not looking too good all around for this. I'm sorry to say, but I think you could have made it back, grabbing the little pad, and then, you know, as soon as you see that it's you're not even hitting the big boost, so I'm not sure what you're actually doing in this situation. But you're definitely taking your time getting back. Maybe you're not expecting like a direct shot or something, but it becomes such a weird situation after Mazeman gets the touch, and now it's just open and Ballin takes a shot, and he does a good job placing it. He does. He gets a lot of power and places it well. And Imperfect Gamer does a little backflip, it looks like. So yeah, it's so Mazeman passes it back with his weird backflip. The ball goes up, and poor Imperfect Gamer tries to get it, but he backflips, and then it's an open shot, and that's GG. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. I'll give you a like for this. That's really unfortunate ending there, but you know, we see the rotation from Mazeman every single time, cutting his teammate off, so of course it's gonna end badly. So I would say overall you did a really good job rotating. It was kind of made a very chaotic game by Mazeman, and then of course also let's not forget let's see if we can nail it. The huge rotation back from Mr. Imperfect Gamer himself, but you know, I can understand Imperfect Gamer being a little bit weary of Mazeman's rotations here and kind of taking that defensive role onto himself. But yeah, definitely some takeaways for you would be to get the mechanical or the mechanic called the fast aerial. That's definitely something that you just need to incorporate, because the first they get a shot off the back post where you could have double jumped, aerialed, and gotten a touch, and then as well as the kickoff aerial, which could have also been a huge turning point, because I mean Vaughn is probably saving it if you are getting a good shot on here, but a double jump aerial would have definitely probably gotten you the ball. So it's possible that you are doing the double jump aerial, but you're just tapping like right away instead of letting that first jump actually give you the height and then jumping again, because yeah, it's a little bit of a skillful way to fast aerial, but definitely something that you want to get under your skin. Aside from that, I don't see that many errors in your play. There is, you know, you can improve on grabbing little boost pads, you can improve on your dribbling, but mostly I think it seems a little bit panicked, a lot of your plays, where what separates, I would say, Grand Champs from Champs and Champs from Diamonds is the ability to slow the game down when you have space. Because we saw quite a few situations where you had space, where it was still rushed. Mainly I'm thinking about that time where you took it up the back wall and kind of passed it to the other team. But also in the open net situation. So all in all, this was very chaotic, but definitely winnable. Very unfortunate in the end here. This is the moment where I'm like, you have all the time in the world. You better make something of it, aside from, you know, this. And you can even follow this up. I don't think your mechanics are quite there for following a ball like this up, but you know, as soon as you know that you're not getting the touch that you want, you can just, instead of getting this touch, you break and then you wait for the ball to come down and turn around, because you're not under any kind of pressure. So a little bit awkward. And then of course the huge takeaway would be using rear view camera and actually knowing where your teammates are when you're, you know, in any kind of offensive situation like this one. What are you supposed to do with this ball? Well, you know that your mate is here, so definitely off the back wall and then pass it down to him. But other than that, yeah, I don't know what to say. GG. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope I wasn't too harsh or anything. Typically people don't send in their greatest games. This was a really good one though. This was a really good dunk 50-50. You get a nice wow from Maceman 61's 91. So that's a good one to end it one. GG. Good luck. Have fun. Viva Leroy. I hope you have a good 2021.